Kinnereth preserve me. For all the tales I heard of Morrowind's volcanic ash and choking skies, the Velothi Mountains are cold. Colder than I ever expected. There is no ash here, only wind, stone, and silence. The cold wraps around me like a shroud. It numbs my fingers, bites my skin, and burrows into my bones. I thought I would be fighting fire with fire. Instead, I find myself battling ice. I have little food left, even less water. My strength wanes with each step, but the fire inside me will not yield. Talos placed that fire within me, and it will burn even if my body fails. He has not sent me into the wilds to die in the snow. I have not seen a soul in 2 days. No caravans, no hunters, no pilgrims. Only the wind, howling through the narrow passes like a morning chorus. I speak aloud when I walk now, to break the silence. I recite the words of Talos. I remind the stones that I'm not lost, and that I walk with purpose. Tiberius Imbrex, humble servant of the Nine.
Hello, and welcome to a brand new Tamriel Rebuilt series with Tiberius Imbrex, chosen of Talos, champion of Talos, paragon of Talos, however you want to classify him as. Talos speaks through the man, and he is here to cleanse the land of evil, to protect the citizens of Tamriel. I am excited to play him. Plus, look what we can do now. Oh yeah, we can put up a shield. Isn't that freaking cool? We're running a ton of new OpenMW mods in this playthrough that I am excited to show off. And so, Tiberius takes his first steps into a new land, into a better land. He is going to cleanse this place of all of the foul magic and almost die. Holy crap. How did we not take any fall damage there? But yes, we are in the most western part of Tamriel Rebuilt content in the mountains up here, where there could potentially be very dangerous enemies. I'm hoping the way I built Tiberius, which by the way, here are our stats. I linked them in the intro video, but I'll probably link the build in the description here. It is very, very heavily focused on melee, different types of armor, and restoration. He is a soldier through and through. If we do use magic, it's going to be to heal ourselves or other people, because Tiberius is a good dude. And I wanted Tiberius to be very distinct from Kalia. You know, he basically could not be any more different than her, other than both being citizens of the Empire. That's might be where their similarities end. So if you don't know who Tiberius is, it's because you didn't watch the character intro that I will link right above on the right-hand side right now if you're on PC. And I will also put it in the description so you can sort of get an idea of who Tiberius is, his convictions, why is he in Morrowind. So yeah, we're going to talk about Tiberius as a character, we're going to talk about his build, we're going to talk about the mods I have added on since Kalia's venture. We're going to try to clear out some dungeons. That is one of the main ideas with this playthrough, is it's going to be a very dungeon heavy playthrough. I don't really give the dungeons in Tamriel Rebuilt the attention they deserve. And that's just because usually I feel like dungeons aren't the most interesting to watch. I love doing them, but that doesn't necessarily translate to watchable material. And at this point, I don't really care if it's watchable material, because to me it's fun, and maybe you guys will think it's fun because, you know, I'm sure I'm going to fail many a time. So you got that to look forward to. There's some really cool dungeon designs. Here's one actually right now. We could try to go in here. We can see what's going on. I'm going to hotkey our sword and our mace. We're going to be a very versatile character when it comes to weapons. Oh, we're fighting undead? Well, I better use a mace to bash skeletons because they're all bones. The sword's not good against them. I'm going to use my sword because we're fighting humans. I want to, you know, cut their arm off kind of thing. Obviously, this isn't Fallout, so that's not going to happen, but that's the way I'm going to roleplay it. Different weapons for different enemy types, kind of like The Witcher, you know? Silver for monsters, steel for humans kind of thing. I think that's actually a skeleton down there. Let's get out our mace. Actually, you know, let's be smart about this. Let's get our fatigue back. So that's something I have to remember now, one of the mods we are running this playthrough, if you look down on the right-hand side, you see a stomach, you see alcohol, you see a foot, and I think that last one right here, I can't like hover my mouse over it, the last one on the right is a temperature. You can freeze and you start taking damage or penalties to your stats. I've always wanted to add a survival mod to these roleplay series, but there wasn't one, right? Ashfall was made for MWSE until Devilish Needs, that's the name of the mod I'm using, came out pretty recently and sort of merged a bunch of survival mods together and added their own thing to it. So yes, we have to eat, we have to sleep, we have to drink, we have to stay on top of that, otherwise we will take very severe penalties. I'm actually surprised that we're not that cold right now. It might give you a grace period of like a day or something. We're also wearing our clothing for boots, so that could be a reason why we're pretty warm right now. But yes, we got our fatigue back. Can't just wait around unless we are prepared to, make up for it. Oh yeah, we're not. Why are we sneaking? We're a brave, hardy warrior. We don't sneak. I do have some combat animation mods as well, if you can see here. When we hit the skeleton, there's some impact effects, and the way we are swinging our mace is also different from vanilla, so that's pretty cool. We are struggling to kill this freaking skeleton. Let's try our sword. Is our sword a little better? We are better with swords. Wow. This is not going well. Oh, there we go. Nice. Just had to get a good, clean hit on him. What debuffs are those? Okay, so they'll go away. I was gonna say, we already got like some freaking debuffs. That's gonna suck. That's why I kind of wanted a restoration skill so we could heal ourselves well. So Tiberius is a lot like Kalia, where he doesn't really have a lot of magic. We're going to use magic items, of course, because that's half the fun of Morrowind. But yeah, most of our skills are very combat focused. We don't even have, well, I guess because we're Imperial, our mercantile and speech is actually pretty decent. But he is not necessarily a persuasive man, in my opinion. He comes off a bit fanatical. Always talking about Talos, speaking to him. Do I want to open this door? What's in here? So I'm going to play him like that. He's not someone who would talk his way out of things most of the time. He's not an evil person, and he would like to talk his way out of stuff. He's just not that persuasive of a person, at least not yet. Ooh, an unarmored book. And we'll take this book. It's worth a little bit. I really want to loot these. Because think about it. This is a Dunmer ancestral tomb. I don't actually see Tiberius really thinking anything of that. He's definitely not going to pray to Vivek or the Tribunal because that's just blasphemy. He might take this from here. I'm scared this is going to spawn a Daedra. No? Okay. So Tiberius obviously views this whole place as a den of necromancy, even though that's not technically true. According to Dark Elves, they don't believe this form of necromancy is bad to defend their ancestral tombs, but Tiberius definitely would. Another mod we have, and this is a perfect opportunity to see if we can actually use it, is I have lock bashing because I don't really see Tiberius picking locks. Do you see him bashing locks? So I wonder if Mace is better at breaking locks? Doesn't really seem like it, does it? Wow, this is taking longer than I thought it would. I don't know if it's based off your strength. Maybe how much damage your weapon does. Wow, this is not breaking very fast, is it? It looks cool with the impact effects, though. And you can see the container's actually shaking when we hit it. I don't know why the mace isn't doing any damage to it. Yeah, I think this will speed up as we level up our strength and probably our weapon skill. We actually just collapsed because it was so hard to break. That's pretty funny. So with Tiberius, there are factions I would like to play with him. The main one, at least the starting one, is going to be the Fighters Guild. Fighters Guild gets a bad rap, and I always enjoy it because it sends you to dungeons, it sends you to kill monsters, typical mercenary work. We're going to be doing the Legion eventually. At the moment, in my mind, Tiberius maybe is physically able to join the Legion, but they don't really want him because he's a little fanatical. He has some beliefs about Talos that aren't exactly smiled upon in the Legion. He thinks Talos speaks directly to him. I could see people not liking that. Same with the Imperial cult, you know. He is a big worshiper of the 9 divines. He would never deny that. Obviously, Talos might be his main patron, but he pays respects to the 9 all the same. He tries to find value in all of their teachings and live his life. And try to follow their sort of commandments to the best of his ability. At least the ones he wants to follow, right? Because that's what you do when you're in a religion. You just pick and choose which things you like and which things you don't like. We're also going to do bounties. We're going to do miscellaneous quests. A lot of those I skip over in favor of faction quest lines. We're going to try to do them as Tiberius. You know, he is out here to help the people of Tamriel. Oh, crap, a ghost. He is out here to help the people of Tamriel. So he will pay attention to the little man. He will help someone who needs his help. As for restrictions, that's going to be really interesting. So he isn't going to do anything that would harm another individual per se. He might defend peasants from bandits attacking a farm, but he wouldn't just murder someone because someone else asked him to, right? He's a very lawful, good person. He has very high morals. Holy crap. Okay. I didn't give myself any healing potions when I made my character. So that's good. Oh, are those actually... it's because we're thirsty. See? Our stats are going down because we're thirsty. I don't even know if I gave myself any water. Look how prepared I am. I might give myself a grace period about learning how to use this mod, because I don't know how to fill up containers other than going to taverns. And I should have gave myself like a water skin. I kind of forgot to. Ooh, a silver flame blade, huh? That could be very helpful. Doesn't look as cool as the one we had, but take it. Drew axe. Scroll of Wind form. That's a really good one. One of the best scrolls in the game. Nice. Scroll of the second barrier. Let's just hope nothing spawns when we loot it. A glass spear. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Tamriel Rebuilt. That's great. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not gonna take it. I'm surprised something didn't spawn. We are proficient with spears. We're not bad with them. Let's see if this helps break through stuff. I wonder if certain weapons are better at breaking things than others. I would think a mace would be one of the best. Yeah, we just collapsed because our fatigue is too low. I would think a mace would be one of the best weapons for breaking stuff. These are pretty high level locks. I don't know if we can actually break into them. We might be able to break into that one, but the level 60 chest is pretty heavy. I'm going to wait to get our fatigue back. A big restriction I'm putting on Tiberius, especially after Kaylee's adventure, is I am not allowed to steal. Now, if you've been watching my channel for more than like a single video, this is your first one, welcome. I like to steal. That's kind of my addiction, right? Is I will spend entire playthroughs just stealing stuff. I love collecting art. I love collecting unique artifacts. We're not going to do that with Tiberius. He would not steal from people. I really genuinely don't think he would. So he's not going to. He's a good noodle. So any quest or person that asks us to steal, we're not going to do it. Even, and I don't want to say this unless I'm 100% confident, but I'm pretty sure I am. Even if we have a Fighters Guild quest or a Legion quest or a Cult quest that asks us to steal, I don't know if we're going to do it. We might just, okay, well, we're done working with this person because they're asking us to steal, which is against the law. Can we get rid of traps with this? No, it's just lock bashing. We could try to soak this. It might be a pretty strong trap. Yeah, it's too strong for us. Okay, well, we have no way to get rid of trapped chests unless we get like a telekinesis spell. Because I'm not going to be buying probes. I'm not going to be buying lockpicks. Should we try to break through this? Yeah, I guess I will. I'll cut you out, though. 83 gold. Nice. Broke through that chest. Just the last of it. Okay. Exquisite shirt. Nice. We do need a fancier shirt. It's very imperial. Okay, so I think that is the entirety of the dungeon. So we're nearly dead, which isn't good. We do have a healing spell, but we don't actually have a very good chance to cast it. Wow, why did it give us that spell? That spell sucks. We can try, though. Oh, nice. It actually went off. Sweet. Well, we're at full health. Talos truly guides us. I was going to put down a bedroll and sleep there, but we don't need to. All right. First dungeon cleared in the name of Talos. Pretty easy stuff, I'd say. So something I want to try and do, just for roleplay reasons and basically no other reason, is see if there is a decoration or something we can put outside every single dungeon that we clear out as sort of like a mark of this place has been cleansed, you know, in the name of the 9 or something like that. I thought that would be kind of a cool way to do it. Ooh, is there a Talos banner? Come on, please. No, there's no Talos banner. There's a Zenithar, Stendar. Oh, come on, where's Talos? There I got everybody else but Talos. That is very sad. I'm very sad right now. Unless he's supposed to be one of the stars. Star banners? I don't think he is. I know it's a little hard to see. It is dark out. Obviously, it needs to kind of be something that Tiberius could do quickly or create very fast. Like, even if it's just like a post in the ground, like, hey, we clear this place. Just a fun thing for him to do in my mind. I can't really find anything that I like, though. Maybe a flag post. He kind of binds 2 sticks together and places it down like that. There you go. Just ignore the metal bits. But yeah, it's sort of a marker of our accomplishment of every dungeon that we clear. At some point, you know, maybe when we have more money, we could even attach a banner to it, especially when we join the Legion, you know, kind of claim this in the name of the Legion sort of thing. That was my idea. I thought that'd be a cool way to roleplay Tiberius, is he actually thinks he's reclaiming the land from evil. Anyways, I know I've been rambling a bit, but I kind of have a lot to say. Yeah, we have some combat mods. I actually forgot to use our shield during those fights. When you have your shield up, I think you get block skill, and when you have it down, your block goes to 0. So if you're not using your shield, it's not going to block for you, obviously. That's the whole point of the mod, is it's no longer automatic. And we're taking some harsh penalties here. Ooh, and we are starting to get chilly. That's not good. It makes sense that nighttime is colder. Now, Tiberius would know, and I also know, that somewhere close by there is a town, and we need to make it to that town before we starve to death. Well, actually, we have food. We have plenty of food. Before we die of thirst. And it's somewhere to the east here. We could roleplay this as Tiberius genuinely running out of water in the mountains, and now he's sort of trying to find a town as soon as possible before he dies of dehydration. In a real world, you might be able to pick up some of the snow and melt it, cook it. Which I think you can cook meals with that mod. We can try to mess around with that. I don't know if I really want to sleep out here, though. I might freeze to death. So I keep seeing that Dwemer ruin. Come on, I know there's a town somewhere. Kind of hard to see, isn't it? Must be a very small town. Need to get a better viewpoint. I see a Daedric ruin, which we do want to clear out, but ooh, wait, I see like a tower. Okay, maybe that's what we're looking for. I hope this place has a tavern. Oh yeah, civilization. I see a person walking around down there. They look friendly. Oh, okay, I think the town's actually over here. We need to get down here without killing ourselves. Is that possible? Don't know. I think we're kind of stuck here right now, actually. Oh my gosh, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. I really don't know how we didn't take any damage, but I'll take it. Yes, civilization. Didn't even give myself any torches. I should have done that too. It's fine. We'll buy some in town, right? There's a merchant here. We'll sell him our glass spear. I did not know that glass spear was in there. That's a good early find. Probably can't even sell it to him without losing a lot of money, but we might still do that. We could always just keep it and use it. We do use spears. Ooh, Hound's Rest Inn. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Ooh, and there's some bounties here. Perfect. Hey, Draylen Fulls, come in from the cold, Imperial. You found the only place for many miles where you can get a stout drink and warm food in your belly. I also have beds for rent. Thank you. Thank you, sir. You're a lifesaver. Fill up flasks. We've got fresh water in the keg stand. 10 drakes gets you a full refill from the keg. Sure. Here you go. Fill up as much as you like. Keg. Did he fill up ours? Or we have to find the keg? Where's the keg? This? How much did that fill up? Ooh, all of them. Nice. Okay, so this pitcher I picked up does not count towards it. I guess we'll just keep it and sell it. But yeah, we have some water now. Nice. How much water does it take to remove dehydration? Well, that actually did it. And I think we have to pay again to fill up again? Maybe? Yeah. Oh, good to know. See that icon where it shows that we're stealing? None of that. Can't do that. It's going to be so hard. All right, what else you got here? You can give us a bed. You're selling some food. You'll buy our gems. We'll trade you our gems. Why not? Tell me about yourself. I'm Draylen Fulls, a publican. I run the Hound's Rest Inn. What do you think of the name? It's, I don't know. There's a dog out there and you have beds, so. Services. I can offer you a clean bed and a warm meal, and Gidrin Sendolis can get you stocked up for your journey. It's not much, but it's the best you'll find in this part of the Velothi Mountains. Tell me about them. The Velothi Mountains are the peaks that tower over Uman. On the other side is Cyrodiil, and if you go north, Skyrim. Outside of the Uman, few people live here, only the occasional miner, hermit, or bandit. Which one are we? Beware of the orcs, trolls, ice wraiths, and worse things on the high ledges. Oh. If you mean to cross the mountains, there's no sense trying that here. You'll have better luck at Shadowgate Pass to the southwest, out beyond Kraganmore. Kraganmore is not in the game yet, but tell me about it. It's one of the largest holds of House Lalu, second only to Narcissus in its sheer size. It's located just to the south of here in the northwest Arethi Woods, near the Shadowgate Pass on the border to Cyrodiil. I wish we could go there. Alright, who else is in town? This is a small hamlet. I run this little inn. Gidrin manages our training post, and Indriri Verum looks out for veteran interests. Besides that, there are only the guards in the outpost and a handful of common folk. Okay. Any places nearby? Uman is nestled in a valley of the Velothi Mountains, on the slopes of Mount Dunil. If you go back down the road, you'll get to a trail that runs north to south parallel to the mountains. Go a little south, then turn left, and you'll find paths leading you to Kraganmore, Arvud, or the Roth Roran. I think you can go to Arvud. If you continue further south down the mountain trail, you'll end up near the ancient Dwemer ruin of Hendor Stardoms. That's also the easiest place to get up to the high cliffs if you have reason to climb. Okay, tell me about Hendor. It is an impressive Dwemer ruin just to the south of here along the mountain trail. You can't miss it. It's not as famous as Kemelzi, but they say that it was almost as important a city back before the Dwemer disappeared. It sure isn't as thoroughly looted given the remoteness. Okay. That's good to know. I'd be worried that there are going to be centurions in there, so maybe we avoid it for now. I'll take a bed though. 10 gold for the rest of the day. Do you want it? Yes. Great, the bed is yours. Enjoy your stay. What a nice guy. Dunmer are usually not very nice. I pray your trek up here was uneventful, Outlander. We try to keep the roads safe enough for travel, though the 3 know it's getting difficult. The 3. There are some outstanding bounties if you're looking for work. You are a trainer. Bounties? You must have seen the posters. There's the bounty out on Hamdern. Hamdern is a Nord who leads a smuggling operation up north of the Parai River. Durana Galvith tells me she sees activity regularly around the ice cavern called Sherelle. We might go do that. I am Endriri Verum, agent and lawman of the Great House Redoran. The guards down in the outpost report to me. Okay. So here's Hamdrin. By the order of Endriri Verum, Redoran lawman of Uman, and under the authority of the Ruby Throne, let it be known that the criminal, Hamdern, is wanted dead for the crimes of brigandry, extortion, robbery, smuggling, and banditry. Report to Endriri Verum at the Hound's Rest Inn for more information. So can we take this off the wall? Yeah, okay. Just didn't want to get in trouble for stealing.
Those boots are ruined.
And our bed is in here, which probably a good idea to sleep before we head out. 6 hours? Is that good? You feel well rested, nice. We are hungry. We do have some food already. Got some bread. Bread has no effect on you. That's fine, right? Because it got rid of my food? Yeah, okay. Let's look at the other bounties. Dira Fulvani. Dira Fulvani is wanted alive, to face charges for apostasy, heresy, blasphemy, and murder. Wow. Surprised they want her alive. Reward is 400 septums. Okay. And this one? Druna Fire Eater and Girfina the Destroyer are wanted dead for their crimes of unlawful summoning, brigandry, and murder. Reward is 700 septums. Can we ask her about these people? Yeah, okay. Maybe she has some ideas where they could be. Tell me about Dira. Dira Fulvani is a former temple acolyte who is wanted alive. Ordinarily, her doctrinal crime alone wouldn't rise to the level of a bounty, but she's apparently also responsible for the murder of another acolyte. All I know is that this Dira is living as an exile somewhere south of here. I guess she's in some cave in the high cliffs above Hendor Star Dumbs, where no sane person would go after her. Tell me about Hendor. It is an impressive Dwemer ruin just to the south of here along the mountain trail. You can't miss it. It's not as famous as Kemzi, but they say... Okay, so you're just saying the same thing. Okay, so we've been told about that a little bit. Tell me about Druna and Girfina. Druna and Girfina are a couple of self-styled Daedric devotees. Ooh, that's not allowed. Who harass travelers and Redoran patrols from the ruin Masha Danet in the western part of the Armlan Ashlands. Really, they're just a couple of violent Nord lunatics who'd be better off meeting whatever demon it is they worship. Bring them to justice, Tiberius Imbrex, and there'll be a reward in it for you. Okay, the ruin Masha Danet. We can't ask her about it, though. Okay, cool. Well, we got some bounties. That's good. That's some of the quests that I want to do with Tiberius. He does not like outlaws. You are in Uman, traveler, the only civilized place in this part of the Velothi Mountains. Tell me about it. You are in the hamlet of Uman, on the slopes of the Velothi Mountains. The Redoran patrol the western border of Morrowind here. Uman is a small place, but the occasional traveler or miner does pass through. There aren't many other safe havens in the Velothi Mountains, after all. Ugh. That's not good. Got any rumors? The Hlalu are frightfully close to controlling the road that links Uman with Bodrum through the Armlan Ashlands. But just between you and me, I know that the Redoran recently sent a garrison to solidify their control over the road. They're supposedly based out of one of those ancient Velothi towers. Ooh. And you are like a pretty good general merchant. You got a lot to sell here. Let's give him at least some of our junk here. So I don't want to sell him the spear because he has 300 gold. We could buy some more bottles. How much do they weigh when they're full of water? They weigh 2. Yeah, let's buy some more bottles. You have torches? He does not have torches. He does have some candles. We'll buy those. Better than nothing. Yeah, that's probably fine for now. We might drop the spear in our room here in the tavern because it's a little heavy and there's no reason to carry things that we don't absolutely have to. So we'll just drop this right here. Speaking of, we are pretty overburdened actually, so I'm gonna drop anything that we don't necessarily need. So should we run with the silver broadsword or the silver flame blade? Probably the silver flame blade. Seems like a better idea. It doesn't look as cool, but it is better at dealing damage. Okay. I think that's as light as we're going to be able to get. So let's head out. Got 3 bounties, one to the north of here. one to the south of here, and one to the east of here. Oh, well, there you go. And Mashadanit was marked on here. So that's where the two Nords are. I think Dira is our best bet here because she is alone and needs to be taken alive. So she's probably less likely to attack us. She might still attack us and we just have to get her low. So we'll start with the easier sounding bounty. I'm a little worried to go into a Daedric Ruin right now. I actually think we're more combat capable than Kalia was at level 16. Just the way our build is. But I don't know if we're Daedra killing capable at the moment. Because it's not just going to be two crazy Daedric worshippers in there. I'm sure there will be some powerful Daedra. I think, and I don't know if this is true, but I think the further you go, the more dangerous enemies are. I don't know if that's actually a thing in Morrowind. It would make sense for it to be. So we need to head south of Uman. And we need to look for cave entrances. I was trying to see if we could scale the mountain up here, but it doesn't look like we can. So let's try dropping down maybe. Just take the path like a regular person. I keep wanting to push T to wait around and get my fatigue back. That's not gonna happen. Man, our alchemy is so bad we can't even... Can we even see what ingredients this has? Nope. Alchemy's too bad to know what Heather does. That's fine. I'm not against the idea of doing alchemy with Tiberius, but I didn't want it to be one of his main skills. But maybe that's something he learns to do to help him survive out in the harsh lands of Morrowind. I don't mind that. We have to be careful not to run into enemies when our stamina is this low. It is just another thing, though, that weighs us down, so... Okay, we're starting to curve south, so we need to be on the lookout for caves. This has to be one of my favorite regions in Tamriel Rebuilt released so far. I love snowy places like this. You see a little bit of it in Solstheim, obviously, but I just can't get enough of it. Okay, so we can keep heading this way towards a Dwemer ruin. Stick to the Velothi Mountains. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we should need to be higher up in the mountains there. I don't know if we're going to find a lot of caves below the mountains. Maybe we'll try to work our way back up. Can we get up here? Is this too steep? Yes. Surely there's a pathway somewhere. Is that a goblin? Oh no. A PTSD from tribunal goblins. Well, we're certainly not looking for a goblin. I hate playing this way because Tiberius would definitely go fight them. But Tiberius also, he's not an idiot, right? He's not going to commit suicide and fight enemies that he can't take on. He's not lawful stupid. He knows when to retreat and regroup and come back and kill them later when he is better equipped for the job. So we're going to avoid these goblins. That's not what we're looking for right now. I would love to clear out a goblin hive. That's a very heroic thing to do, at least in every D&D campaign. It's like the first enemy you fight. But we're not talking about D&D campaigns here. We're talking about Morrowind goblins. I think Tamriel Rebuilt goblins obviously aren't as horrific as tribunals are, but I'm sure they're no slouches. You gonna follow me to the ends of the earth? I feel like you are. I don't know if Morrowind enemies leash. I don't think they do. Can we actually get up into the mountains here? Yes. Soak in the goblins. The problem is we can't get our fatigue back unless we stand still. If we stand still, that goblin's gonna catch us. He still might catch us. Speaking of, let's put on our helmet. Keep forgetting to do that for combat. All right, maybe we can have a better look up here. I actually think we came here as Valjan. I feel like I recognize this waterfall. Very pretty. Okay, can we sit here for a second to get our fatigue back to kill this goblin? Let's find out. Oh, maybe they're not as tough as I thought. Now, 2 of them. That's kind of scary. I should have gave myself a restore fatigue spell. or bought one before I started these series, but we're fine. We're fine. Okay, we're not so fine. We are dehydrated. I don't think that's helping us, so. There we go. Ooh, a heavy armor level, nice. Come on, just like 1 or 2 good hits and we'll kill you. What's this weapon's like best? Wait, thrust? Okay. Yeah, I do have a combat animation mod. I think I mentioned that, but you can definitely tell both first person and third person. Really cool. I really, really like it. Makes combat feel a little bit more dynamic than we have been playing. I really like the armor I was able to find for Tiberius too. It looks very cool. Looks very unique. Really like the helmet too, even if it looks a little Breton. Okay, what do you got? Goblin clubs. I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, we killed some goblins. What the heck is this? This is a cave? Wow, that is tucked away, isn't it? I do want to check out this waterfall though. Like I said, I think we've seen it before, but man, look at that. That's so freaking pretty. Let's get a better view. It is obviously a little cheaty to use TCL, but sometimes I just want a better look at stuff. Yeah, look at that. That's so sick. I just accidentally fell from too high and killed myself. Okay, well, let me re-kill these goblins, I guess. You know, I'm just now looking at the silver flame blade, trying to figure out why I can't hit anything. It's because it's a short blade. And our short blade is 5. That's why we can't freaking hit anything. Okay. I was like, man, I was hitting stuff earlier. Yeah, that is why. Okay. Well, that's what I get for cheating, trying to get a better view. We fell 2 feet and died because our acrobatics is like nothing. Okay. Silver flame blade, short sword. Don't use it. Should have kept our other sword. It's fine. We still have our club, our silver mace. This is why we're versatile, right? Okay. Is this where a pilgrim would hide? Or whatever she is. This is considered stealing. That means there's someone in here. They wouldn't mark that as stealing unless someone cared about it. Which means we can't loot it. Which is unfortunate. The only time, and I don't even think then, I would even consider stealing as Tiberius is if we were about to starve to death. But even then, Tiberius might just die there, then break the law, right? And you are exactly who we are looking for. You must be a bounty hunter. I suppose I am free no longer. What do you plan to do with me? I will hold to the terms of the bounty and escort you alive to Endriri Verum. I won't suffer a heretic and murderer to live, bounty or not. I came to warn you, if you leave for Cyrodiil, I doubt anyone will ever be able to bring you in. Many other characters I have played through might warn her, might kill her. She's a heretic, but towards the tribunal temple. Tiberius doesn't really care about that, right? Now, if she was a heretic and murderer to his gods, he might think about it, but even then, if the bounty said bring her back alive, he would probably bring her back alive. And so that's what we're going to do. You know, we hold to the terms of the bounty. We're going to take you in alive. Come with me. I am no warrior, Imperial. I came to these high peaks to embrace my frailty in the face of the divine infinite. I will not embarrass myself by fighting you. Lead on. Nice. Yeah, we can't take this stuff. That's painful. My urge to loot everything not nailed down. All right, let's get out of here. Man, I can't believe that flame blade is a short blade. I should have read the item description better. I'm like, man, these goblins sure are, nimble. I can't hit them ever. Ooh, this looks cool too. Like this dungeon, it's not a grandiose thing, but it's still really cool looking. Ice caves like this. Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to walk back to Uman then. I'm hoping we can avoid any dangerous enemies. I gotta assume she'll attack if someone attacks us, so let's bring her safely. Plus, it's our duty, our charge to keep her safe. We are an honorable, respectful person. You might even carry her stuff if she had given us stuff to carry. Because we're a good guy. But a man's got to make a living. And this money will go directly towards keeping Morrowind safe. We could have marked her cave, but it wasn't really a place that we cleared out, so I wasn't going to. I need to think of a cool way to mark places we've cleared out. I thought about trying to find some sort of shrine of Talos that we could place outside, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. It would take too long for me to, like, character-wise, Tiberius would be there for a while creating a shrine. If we could, like, find a small primitive shrine to Talos, like, made out of rocks or something, that'd be really cool to stick outside of every cave. Like he's sanctifying the dungeon after he's cleared it. If I could find some sort of symbol of Talos, like I don't know, like a plant or something, we could stick that outside of every single dungeon we clear. Let me know if you guys have any ideas. I think it would be cool to leave that mark all around Morrowind. I can't really think of anything besides that post sort of marking it for us. Like I said, eventually we can add like a banner to it. We can, justify it as Tiberius keeps like cloth on him. Maybe he has a bunch of it made so he can hang it up. He might be a little overbearing with it, which I kind of like the idea of. I even thought about lowering his personality because it's 50 because he's an Imperial. I thought about lowering it to like 25 or something. Like he's a little off-putting. Plus, I just love being insulted in this game. It's one of my favorite aspects of when we played as Valdrin is how long people hated us for. That was great. That's part of heading to this horrible, horrible place, is everyone hates you too. Anyways, I'll probably just cut out the rest of the trip. We walked this way. We've seen this path. Nothing new. But for the dungeons, I am going to try to keep most of it in. If you see cuts, it's because I stumbled over my own words, or I was messing around with a setting, or breaking a lock, something like that. There'll be more of a good reason for me cutting it other than just it's not entertaining. Because I do like dungeons, and I hope you guys are down for that whole dungeon crawl idea as much as I am. All right. I said I was going to cut it out, but we're actually already here. I've been rambling a lot this video. That's okay, though. It's the first video. You have to expect it. We're almost here. And maybe we'll go sell this silver flame blade, because we're not using short blades. Short blades, to me, seem more like the weapon of a rogue or an assassin, not a noble warrior. So I was going to ask him about his dog. Well, maybe we'll do that after. All right, well, your bounty's here. Dira. I see you've brought me Dira. Excellent work, Tiberius. Here's your reward. 500 Gs. Nice. Let's go grab my sword before I forget about it. And we are thirsty again. I'm going to wait a little bit to let our thirst go down more, because I want to see how much water, like a bottle of water, quenches it. And let's go to you. Do you have money again? Yes. Do you want this sword? He does. And our fatigue is low, so we're not getting a very good price on it. So another mod I have, and I kind of forgot about it until now, is one that lets you buy stuff directly from the storefront. So say, for instance, I don't know, what do we want here? A flask? No, that's pretty heavy. Like a bottle like this? Pretty cool, I can just say, hey, I want this bottle right here. Purchase bottle for 1 gold. And we just buy it straight off the shelf. Isn't that freaking cool? That's another mod I have on here. I'm going to link my mod list in the description, but if you want specific names, just leave a comment and I will be able to link it to you. I don't remember the name of this one off the top of my head. It'll be in the mod list in the description though. Now our fatigue is back. Let's sell that flame blade. Did we really get anything else? I don't think so. We could sell him some of these alchemy ingredients. Nice.
I've got my.
Can we ask you about your dog? No, we cannot. It's really cool. I want one. It's like a little raptor. What is this? We didn't go in here. Durana Galvith's house. Who are you? You're a trainer with some very relevant skills for us. That's cool.
What is this about?
She's like a retired warrior or something. We can ask her. What brings you to Uman, champion? There's no passage over the mountains here. Who are you? I'm Durana Galvith, a scout. I know these mountains better than most. Okay. But yes, I am going to end the video there for today. Just a little start to Tiberius's adventures. Very slow paced, very relaxed. That's what I want with Tiberius. That's part of the reason I made him, is I don't want to just rush faction quests, right? I want to work our way over there and then do them, and do bounties, help the people of Morrowind when they have miscellaneous quests, as long as we don't have to steal or murder, right? We're a good, honest Imperial man. I'm hoping you guys like this kind of content too, that's more slow paced like this. It's fun to play characters this way, and in the past, I've played them a lot more rushed, because I'm, at least with Kalia, like I'm trying to show off the Grasping Fortune update, so I want to get through the Thieves Guild, right? Or House Lalu. But Tiberius, we're not doing any of that. We can go as slow as fast as we like. We can do whatever we want to do within the legal limits of the Empire. Anyways, if you've made it this far and enjoy this content, consider liking and subscribing if you have not already, as it does help the channel immensely. Other than that though, thank you for watching. Peace out.